I'm hearing some kind of piano thing. I guess it's
Wow.
fine.
You have a very keen ear. Sips wine. Ah, red.
What do you mean, red?
Yes, this is wine.
Will you move on to the next platform already?
Fine. I'll stop thrashing you. All right. Let us begin our journey of degeneracy.
Never stopped. Blah blah blah. All right.
Okay. What? That was too fast. I didn't
What
see
was that?
No, I didn't see that either. No. What?
Oh, I see. This is a difficult VN game. Are you clicking?
No, I am not. I'm not clicking. It's just going.
I see how this is going to go.
And it started
lunatic difficulty.
We're gonna have
English
to wrap this.
comprehension and voice acting. Wait, is
I'm
this
still
going
not
on
clicking.
like
Do we have to do some settings? Preferences. Auto forward.
Auto
No.
turn off?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What's rollback site? You're the VN developer.
I'm not, and I don't know what rollback is either. I guess you can roll back the dialogue and you can choose whether it's on the level, right? I don't know.
Okay. All right. Do you want to do the one? Is this
Well, you're the protagonist still, right?
All right. I'll play the
You-
protagonist. Though it wasn't until it had disappeared into the distance that I noticed I had gotten off one stop too soon. Ah, you idiot! And as the memories of my dream faded from my conscious mind, I immediately became preoccupied with worries more mundane in nature. Like nature. Oh fuck! This is getting too relatable. For I had wasted another weekend fruitlessly inquiring local businesses for part-time employment.
When have you ever inquired local businesses for part-time employment?
I had inquired local businesses for full-time employment though. And the wasting of weekends. That is. You should have tried during harvest, they'll reply. Regretfully. We regret to notify you that we have decided to.
It's a seasonal industry, idiot fool.
Well, December is the season of cybersecurity. Oh, you got nepotism on your side. Due to setbacks in my father's work, the same that had led him to slash my weekly allowance.
Ooh.
Oh man. We were forced to relocate to Abbotsford, an agricultural hub with low costs of living.
Oh god.
And that totally
That's not the fireplace.
I think summoning eldritch gods aren't really part of my fire plans. To me, it felt like the apocalypse. I had lost my home, my friends, my indulgent city life. And now I couldn't even find a side job. Same, bro.
This is
same.
a horror game.
Yeah. Ugh. In retrospect, I'll admit these were peaceful days where money was the greatest problem on my carefree mind. I don't know, money is my greatest problem even now, and I wouldn't call my days peaceful.
Oh, is this school? Do we go to school?
Oh, you go to school and you have a stalker. Ooh.
Oh gosh. Okay. Oh.
Hello? What's with the hymnal music?
This is the theme song that plays every time you have a stalker, don't you know?
Because, man, God save you.
This doesn't sound very eldritch.
Yeah. As the
I'm having
centuries
a
look
hard
upon us
time
now.
imagining how each of these characters have different voices.
They look extremely generic. I cannot imagine what they sound like. It could sound like anything.
Hopefully their dialogue will give us an idea.
Okay, yes.
What does Threnody mean again?
I don't know enough about music theory. I'll not
I'll just
ChatGPT,
assume
but I
it's
gave you wrong
sound.
answers last time.
I have not read Grapes of Wrath yet, so I think a lot of this is gonna go over my head.
Oh, right, yeah. It's on my reading list. Grapes of Wrath.
Are you me? Yes, you are.
Alright, Ina.
I saw you loitering around the stores yesterday.
Get away from me, you stalker!
You better admit it.
Her name was Ina, a strange, determined stalker girl. Although
That's
she
me.
was in the same class as I wouldn't be able to say who her friends were, because she has
Isn't
none.
the same class as me?
Well, this is an anime VN writer. I wouldn't expect too much.
This and that. Got nothing.
Abe?
Okay, you're
Okay.
Abe, I assume.
Am I Abe? Or
You are Abe.
alright,
If
Abe
you
is
read
I.
the store page, you know that you're Abe.
Alright. I have no idea what you're talking about. I haven't decided on my voice yet, so I'm gonna try a few things out.
They say a man is only as good as his labor. I've got just the thing for you.
Oh, is this the Communist Manifesto now, huh, Ina?
I've got a job.
Ah, fuck. Oh, and I guess I'm a man. Or are you just coding? I don't know. Abe is
Please follow me up to my office.
Oh,
Am I a student or am
Yeah.
I?
am I a student and are you a teacher? Ina, are you a teacher?
You can't tell with these anime faces.
Yeah, they could be any age. They could be 5. They could be 5,000.
Coming from an Eldritch game.
Yeah. Okay, so she's a teacher.
I
So
guess.
a teacher's lounge. Okay.
It's so unbearably hot in here. Let me take off that horrible uniform.
Teachers have uniform. I don't know.
Uniform? Maybe I am a student.
Vest and jersey, crumpling them into a ball which she dropped into a corner of the room. Okay. I don't think that's very graceful to drop your things into a ball.
I don't understand why they're making us wear viscose. It's practically tropical outside. Viscose?
She turned to me.
You're anxious to get started, right? Let me explain what your duties will entail.
Oh, so am I a
Wow.
teacher too?
I don't know. Apparently, you're just gonna do a job now.
Oh no, I'm an intern.
I need someone to deliver a newspaper. Don't worry, I can see a panic forming in your eyes. Brains, however, are entirely optional for this job.
Excellent, I have none.
Nope, no talking. If there's one thing this village is famous for, it's the stellar quality of our newspaper, the Sunday Abbot.
Preach, sister.
Or at least it is since I took over as editor-in-chief.
How many jobs are you working, man?
I'm a student and a teacher and an editor. The Abbot doesn't play games, you know. 4th place in the national ranking of school papers, an honorable mention by the Evening Mirror.
Yeah, sure. You're a Sigma male or whatever.
That's fine.
Hustle life. I didn't know we had a school paper.
School paper? We're much more than that. Crime, corruption, unsolved mysteries.
Oh,
You know we were the first to break news on the Sanford House affair.
does it involve otherworldly beings tearing apart the fabric of space and time?
No, but I sure have much more up my sleeve. So what do you say?
Say to what? Hold on. I can save. No,
You can't save?
I can't save. Oh, yeah, I can. Yes, I can. I, I might be desperate, but not that desperate. Wait, is Ina saying this, or is the narrator saying this? Well,
I don't know. Her sprite changed, so
Yeah, sprite
it's
changed.
confusing me as well. I think maybe that was supposed to be Ina's line for some reason.
Alright.
Maybe this will pique your interest. This week we're reporting on an interesting case. It's linked to a murder that happened about a year before you arrived here. In 2021. During the pandemic. Back then, we brought the news of a seasonal worker who fell victim to a violent attack on one of the local farms. It was late at night. He was on his way to his sleeping quarters after his shift ended, when suddenly he was struck from behind by an anonymous assailant.
Ina, in her apparent excitement, had begun tapping her right hand against her skirt. Okay.
His co-workers found it next morning, more dead than alive.
So a bit alive?
But mostly dead. By the time the ambulance arrived, he'd already succumbed to his injuries.
Alright.
I'm gonna assume this is also my line. He wasn't able to give a testimony before he died.
Yeah, all he said was Poor guy.
Insightful comment. A full year has passed since that fateful night, so I decided to do due diligence.
Playing cop, are we?
Why would you wait why is it due diligence if you wait a whole year?
Well,
I went down to the police station.
She made him procrastinate it.
How the investigation into the attack was coming along. A whole year later? However, the receptionist, is this a receptionist at the police station? Told me the case had been closed.
Okay. Maybe just the SLA of the police, 1 year for a case.
Case closed? I asked her. Then who was the culprit? But she said the perpetrator had never been found. Then when I asked if I could see the case file, she just mumbled something and directed me towards the exit. Can you just randomly ask to look at police case files?
Is that how it works? I don't know, man. There's no crime in Singapore, so I don't know.
I know exactly what goes on around here. They never did a proper investigation. Maybe she used like some reporter or something to try.
She's a reporter too.
For a school paper, but the owner of the farm where it all happened, he has ties to the town mayor. This place is ruled by a small caucus of cronies that can do as they like as long as the powers go unchecked. Yes, that's what powers go unchecked means. That's why we need a quality newspaper to shine a light in the darkness.
I could detect.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're supposed to be trembling. Okay. Do better next line.
We really need a paper.
Wow. This is selling
you will save us, young male protagonists, by becoming a paper boy.
It's like, why are you hiring? And this whole long ass story about powers going unchecked.
Do it for your community, Abe. Those poor wretches need you.
But by that time, I had already begun to notice the first signs of Ina's compelling presence. Hey, you're supposed to be compelling. Although I ascribed it to useful eccentricity at the time, not paying it any further attention. Alright, I'm not paying attention to you. The afternoon was drawing to an end. You spoke too much. Your pitch was too long.
You stayed for the whole of it, didn't you?
I had no choice. I was a captive audience. Doors closed. Wordlessly, we gathered our belongings and headed towards the stairs. I'll think about it, Ina. I'll think about it.
I didn't even tell you what the pay is yet. Now let's get down to business.
Alright, what is your budget for this role?
We have just under 2,000
What the
subscribers.
fuck?
I'll pay you 2 cents per paper delivered. This is in what?
2022.
2020.
in Abbotsford.
Okay. So if there are, assuming you deliver all of them, that's $40.
Yeah, well,
You would be paid $40.
Assuming each subscriber is, I don't know, 10 meters apart, you're gonna be like...
They're not 10 meters apart. Houses aren't just 10 meters apart. And that's
average it out.
if this is a daily paper, which I seriously doubt. You're paid $40 a day.
For cycling, I don't know, 20,000 meters. If you average out
There's
each
no
subscriber.
way you have 2,000 newspaper copies on your bike. Also,
Ah,
who's
fuck.
paying for the bike? You'll have to ride around, run out of papers, and then ride back to collect more papers.
Yeah, I think even the maintenance for the bike is not really worth it.
This business is not sustainable.
This is the real horror. You need a union.
Now remember, the printer will deliver tomorrow at 5 in the morning.
Oh, fuck.
I want to see you no later than 5:15
I didn't
a.m.
accept the job. Ina, no. Stop. I'm not much of a morning person. What the fuck?
See you then.
This is exploitation. That night I lay in turmoil, pondering whether I should even indulge Ina's ridiculous offer.
Yes, you should.
While a neurotic continuous tapping played through my head like a stenotype.
What is a stenotype?
What is a stenotype?
Time to Google.
It's a keyboard.
Is that all?
It's a typewriter used by stenographers. Duh.
What? Okay.
It's an abbreviated symbolic writing that increases the speed and brevity of writing.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay.
And the protagonist knows this because
He just does.
he's not the reporter.
Morning came all too soon. Alright, what is the decision?
I mean, if you look at the color of the sky. So you're finally there?
Here, right? You here.
The delivery guys left ages ago. I could have used some help with the boxes.
I could use some help with my salary. You didn't appear the least bit thrilled to see me. Well, same.
Here's the list of all the addresses sorted by proximity to the school. And please try not to get lost.
Oh boy. It's a list of 2,000 people.
I'm off now. I have a lot of reading to catch up on. You can call me when you're done.
I can't afford the plan to call you. I'm paid 2 cents per paper.
Did these two actually know each other? Like, before all of that?
Kind of.
I don't think so.
Not sure. Well, I didn't have her number before, so I guess not well. I have a question. She appeared anxious to leave. You smell. She turned around at the last moment, frowning.
What? You're stinky.
So why is it called a Sunday, Abbott? It's Saturday.
It's not Sunday, is it? What do you mean? Isn't it Sunday today?
That doesn't make sense, does it? It was delivered on a Saturday.
That's just the way it's always been. We deliver on Saturdays and people read it on Sundays.
Huh?
Some of our subscribers are very old-fashioned, you know. They wouldn't want us working during Sabbath. Anyway, good luck with your first day on the job. Okay.
I resigned you should just resign, honestly.
Is this arduous?
For 2 cents, anything is arduous. I ain't leaving my room for 2 cents. Even though it was October already, and unnatural sticky heat permeated the air that made my work all the more unbearable. How quickly my situation had taken a turn for the worse. No more than 2 months ago, I had been enjoying my life among the nation's elite. Headed for a bright
Back in
role
city.
on the world stage. Maybe he was in a prestigious high school or something.
Failed out, huh?
I would be pained to see myself now, spreading gutter journalism for a slave's wage. You can do that for the rest of your
gutter?
life. Well, if they're paying you 2 cents per paper, I think it is. But then, out of nowhere, a snapping shadow lunged towards me. The street erupted in violent mayhem as I fought to keep the dog's razor-sharp fangs away from each other, using my messenger bag to shield myself from its all-devouring clutches. State of panic, frantically trying to block its strikes as I sought a path to safety. I just want this sound effect to end already, it's kind of annoying. Yes, I leapt over a garden wall, away from the sound effect. Alright, will you be the owner of Sigurd?
I guess so. Sigurd, I guess. You gotta put the character name there.
Alright, Sigurd's owner is gone now. I ran 4 blocks before collapsing onto a playground bench. Took some time to come to my senses, all the while cursing Ina for not disclosing the dangers of the job. You got scammed, man. You got scammed. You gotta run.
Yeah.
If I encounter one more dog today, I swear to God.
Sigurd! Oh no! I lost my leash.
A fragile voice. You're supposed to sound fragile.
Oh, okay. Sigurd. Please stop hiding, Sigurd. Yeah, I kind of guessed this was the one.
She has like the exact same look as Ina, except her color is different.
I mean, this is anime, isn't it?
Yeah, well, what is this peak anime where everyone has the same template? A girl appeared, eyes as bright as the summer sky.
Yeah. Oh, somehow we know the name. Hi there, are you delivering the mail?
She seemed distracted by my newspapers. No signs of her prior distress
The
remained.
mail.
Calling it mail, maybe an overstatement. It's just a weekly paper.
So you're paid $40 a week. I guess it's really a part-time job. I'd love to work as a post-career one day. The honor? The excitement! To see the delight in people's eyes when they receive life-altering news.
Yeah,
This is still 20.
but it's in
Your
Abbotsford.
bills.
Abbotsford in a very Japanese-looking neighborhood, actually.
Yeah, it's Abotsu Fado.
I see. That makes all the difference. I know someone you might like to meet.
Sigurd. Oh no.
She was at it again, at the top of her lungs.
I'm not even paying attention to you anymore.
Are you looking for someone?
It's just my little brother, Sigurd. He loves playing hide and seek. He made me count to 100 this time, but when I turned around, he had disappeared without a trace. Why but? Is that not how you play hide and seek?
Lady, do you know how hide and seek works? Isn't that the object of the game?
This was almost half an hour ago. Usually he doesn't stray so far.
Well, I really hope you find him. Bye. Moving on.
Before the dog does.
I I have to get going. They don't pay me by the hour. They pay me by the paper. And you wouldn't believe how much they don't pay me.
Well, will you please look out for Sigurd? He's wearing a light red fleece.
Oh, come on. Light red fleeces are pretty common.
I told him it was far too warm for his winter clothes, but he never listens.
Lady, can you just, screw off? I really have a lot of work to do, not a lot of money.
Aiming for the worst ending, aren't you? That's okay. I know assholes have to focus on their ass. But if a little blonde boy happens to cross your path, please tell him his sister May is looking for him.
Hey, you're not the only blondie around, okay? This is Abotsufoda.
Right.
Every mansion's had a garden, and every garden had a gate. And every cursed garden gate added 3 more seconds to my seemingly endless route. I really didn't mind the apartment complexes, which had their letterboxes stacked conveniently together. But these gardens were ruining my average. And while I gradually began to come to the conclusion that Ina had played me for a fool, suddenly... Oh no, the infernal sound
Your
effects
favorite
returned.
dog.
Without abandon, began furiously snapping at my leg.
There, Fyrus? The man's doing an important job.
Adeptly, she wrangled the dog away from my quivering limbs.
I'm sorry, Fyrus is usually very kind, but it takes him a while to get used to strangers.
Your dog has been terrorizing me all morning, madam.
Oh, Fyrus isn't my dog. He lives here. The community has adopted him. So nobody's responsible if you lose your leg. You must be new in town. I'm Karen. I work at the city council. Welcome to the beautiful municipality of Abotsufoda. I'm so glad you're willing to do this job.
Why? Was nobody willing?
I heard Ina had some unfortunate resignations as of late. But a small town like this really needs free press.
The press may be free, but a delivery boy isn't. Ina mentioned something along those lines. I handed her a paper, and as I was about to proceed on my route, the eyes fell on the headline.
Wait a minute, this seems interesting.
As she skimmed over the front page, a grave expression came over her face. Oh, yabai.
This is very interesting indeed, what you've dug up here. You should be careful, though. This is a very small community.
We don't take kindly.
Shit up.
She uttered the warning with concern in her voice. Look, ma'am, I just work here.
I know. I apologize. This really is very interesting. This thing that I'm reading that we are not talking about in specifics at all.
And with these words, she proceeded to make her way back towards the council building, until I suddenly recalled May's words. Sigurd! Wait, have you seen it? What? Oh, come on, I'm not doing this. I'm not paying enough for this. She turned around, a meaningful expression appearing on her face. What meaning? God knows.
I figure you've run into May. Don't worry too much. Little Sigurd always shows up in the end.
Always.
The Sigurd ending.
Show up in what form? Though the fortunate may be entitled to Saturdays off, my fate is governed by a crueler power called capitalism. If you want to experience hell on earth, I implore you to take on a paper round. My hands lacerated, my legs buckling, knees weak, arms heavy. Oh,
Sigurd. Sigurd, where are you, Sigurd? Please come out. Mom will be angry.
Her voice was reduced to a feeble wail. I hurried away from the sound. Come on. Wah.
Sigurd still hasn't come back. He's never been away this long. Maybe he's been kidnapped.
She was wah, shivering like a newborn calf.
Please, Sigurd, please. Sigurd.
She pleaded, her voice grew fainter as though the last of her strength was slipping away and the creepy music is starting to play.
Is it about time we call the Popo?
Alright, she's activating her eyes of the demon lord. A silent murmur escaped her lips.
Please, Sigurd, no! Only 7. Please don't take him. Oh, thank God, some kind of weird demon sacrifice going on here.
We lost our prior vitality. May have become wholly possessed by a paralyzing entrancement. Staring into her pale white eyes, I could determine her life essence was very frail at the time. A faint light in the distance, close to dying out.
Life essence. Okay.
Like essential oil, but life. A growing concern took hold of me. Are you alright? Do you want me to call someone? Can you afford the ambulance? My words passed right through her.
What does that even mean? Please, I promise you'll be good. Just let him stay with me. Sigurd.
Her knees are also heavy, arms weak.
Oh.
Had I not been fast enough to catch her, she would have plummeted to the ground. I'm just thinking of like Iruma and the shoujo manga and how this is a shoujo manga scene. As I stood there, trying my best to keep her upright, I felt her strength gradually return. As suddenly as it had appeared, the paralysis dissipated from her body when she realized the cost of hospital bills. She remained silent for a very long time. Hello.
I'm sorry.
Her voice was calm, almost devoid of emotion.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Sigurd isn't here anymore. I apologize for causing you trouble. Alright then.
Says creepy things, refuse to elaborate, leaves.
Well, at least she apologized.
Fair.
Well, that was weird.
Picked up the phone. Mosh.
Where are you? What happened?
I flinched from the outrage in her voice. Nothing happened. I'm back home from a long day's work. You don't control me, boss.
But these boxes, there are still 3 boxes here. That means we have disappointed subscribers.
You want me to deliver 2,000 newspapers in a day? Are you nuts? Nina, the job's killing me. I'll be contacting the Civil Labor Board. You can speak to my lawyer.
You better finish this first thing in the morning. I swear if we even have 1 cancelled subscription over this, I'll be docking your pay till Christmas.
You can dock my pay because I'm suing you, Ina. Sure, Ina. The cataclysm of abuse had ended. She remained quiet for a while, before resuming in a more subdued voice upon hearing
the voices
lawyer.
ahead of time for once.
Yeah.
Please be here early tomorrow morning. We need to deliver the remaining papers before the fundies get up for training.
Fundies?
Fundies? Fundies?
What a way to call it subscribers.
A religious fundamentalist of any faith.
Ah.
Derogator. Okay. Alright.
Sure, you know. You
got a piggy bank.
That's my life savings. When Monday finally came, it felt like a welcome respite. I sat in class, dozing a little, plagued at times by flashbacks of rabid dogs. Ah, so you're a student.
Was the dog actually rabid? Surely not.
It was after classes ended that a dark-haired girl approached me out of nowhere.
I'm beginning to think that you're the only male in this world.
Rika looks exactly like Ina, but with longer hair.
It's just the clothes. I understand how summer is drawing late and we're all young and all best spirits.
I stared at her uncomprehendingly.
I just like you to know that May is strictly off limits.
Alright, so you like May or something? Alarm bells went off in my head.
I mean, my name is Rika.
Fuck off, lady.
You think you can lie yourself out of this one?
I can lie myself out of anything.
Just understand that this is a small community. Rumors travel fast in a place like this.
If only she realized that romance was the furthest thing from my mind at the time. She sighed.
You may have noticed that May isn't exactly like the other girls. She's blonde. She has a learning disability. The school board is currently struggling to place her in suitable education. So for the time being, she's being taught by a small group of church volunteers.
She's been taught by fundies.
Volunteers.
Once she realized that I was sympathetic to the situation, her overall stance softened. How did I show that I was sympathetic? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess your face.
Together we made our way to the main exit.
It's good to see a new face in school. So how are you enjoying the Isle of Abbott?
You just told me not to...
My name is Rika, by the way. Rika Kuiper. I apologize for not introducing myself sooner.
Yeah, my name is Abe. Abe Lincoln. Pleased to meet you.
I don't know that. Abe Johnson? Oh, I heard your father would be coming. It's good to know he finally arrived. We have parrots in this world? Wow.
Yeah, you're here because of a dado losing his job or something.
Yeah, but I thought that was just, premise setup nonsense. But they're actually characters who know each other's dads. He knows my dad. He's the pastor in town.
Uh-oh. I'm afraid we're not interested.
Oh, you'll know my dad, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I already went to his door and knocked on it. Talking about Lord and Savior. Cthulhu. I see. Yes, I should probably be on my best behavior unless I accidentally summon the deep one.
I didn't tease about that one. That more than enough. Religion is a lot less intimidating when you grow up around it,
Not when the religion involves an eldritch being,
Due to my father's status, people have always treated me like some kind of sacrosanct being.
Like the other.
Why does everybody talk in a similar way?
Because it was written by one writer who only knows to write in this way.
But to me, the Bible is just a mysterious storybook.
So when I say church, it's not the church of the deep, but we're talking about...
I think we're talking Christianity here. I don't know.
Alright. A faraway glance appeared in her eyes.
I've always loved to read about the fantastic creatures like the behemoth and the leviathan. Is that in the Bible? I guess it must be.
I guess.
The behemoth? Did you ever hear about the leviathan?
I thought it was in some
boy.
religious text, but not the Bible. But then again, they're gonna relate it. Oh well.
Maybe it's the Bible DLC.
Ah, I see. The Fantastic Beasts DLC.
I have seen a great light in the sea.
What's this in the Bible?
You may have seen the eyes of Leviathan, for his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning.
Very romantic comparison.
When the Leviathan is hungry, he emits a fiery breath from his mouth and causes the waters of the deep to boil.
Oh, so do I when I roast someone. She let out a dignified squeal. That'd be cute. That would give me nightmares, man.
Is it exciting? Oh, I wonder how the Leviathan feels submerged all alone in pitch black darkness.
She ran her fingers tenderly through her flaxen hair. Does flax look like this?
I thought flex was light yellow color.
Yeah, same. Then again, maybe it's
Are
like
we colorblind? Oh, they are different after all. No loitering during club time. I need you in my office right now. Ina? Oh, I'm so glad to hear you found someone for the school paper.
I'm not on the school paper. I quit.
It's not a school paper, it's an independent periodical with 2,000 paying customers.
Well, that's better than us, so I can't make fun of her. We don't even have one paying subscriber. Niani? No, I don't want to follow you.
You have no choice.
You see, this is how you can do your VN. When you make a person read a book, you just put a book in front of their regular sprite instead of drawing a person holding a book.
I don't really want to it looks weird. I think it looks weird to have a book summon boobs. Which is what this looks like to me right now, but you know.
Her boobs are reading, can't you see?
Eyes are down there.
Okay, she's just sitting there using her boobs to pay through a book.
Wait, can you actually use paging that way? Interesting.
With your boobs? I don't think so. After what felt like an eternity, she began to talk.
Did you not notice? Did you? Oh wait, what? There are crickets? No, sure. You gotta get out of here.
Have they started crying
right now? There's the Rika. There's some blonde-haired characters. There's crickets,
and there's murder.
And there's Eldritch. And there's child sacrifice of some kind. The crickets sing during July and August. It's the sound they make to attract potential mates.
I think I heard them horny crickets chirping last night.
This year something isn't right. Their song tapered off a bit in September, but now they're out in full force again. I'm doing research on this phenomenon for an article. It's a chore, so I'm gonna ask you to take over some of my other duties.
Okay, great. How much am I paid?
I will need you to cover the weekly progress section this week. The weekly progress is a recurring editorial in which we write something about a local event or inhabitant of the town. Sadly, I inherited it from the previous editor-in-chief. It's a community favorite, so I haven't been able to cut it yet. But never mind, it's only 300 words. You can write about anything or anyone you see around town. Seems perfectly suited for you. If you want to keep your job, you'll have to be a team player.
Yeah, about that. Does that mean I'll be paid for this?
Don't get any ideas.
She returned to her book. Assuming I was no longer needed, I excused myself.
Seriously, why is the protagonist doing any of this?
Yeah, I don't get it. Can I?
No.
But on my way to the door, he called after me.
Hey, that girl you were talking to.
Rika, yes. What about her?
What did she say to you?
That's none of your business. Nothing much. She approached me in the hallway. Apparently her family are involved with religion.
You can say that again. Her father is a powerful figure in town, the leader of the Church of Abbotsford.
Whatever that means. Ina stared at me with an intent gaze.
I want you to befriend Rika. Oh. If you get close to her, we'll be privy to a trove of information on the sordid power structures in the community.
How much are you paying me again to build friendships for your sake?
$40, 2 cents per paper. We'll have so many exclusives.
Wouldn't that be a rather underhanded reason to befriend someone?
You're a journalist now, not just a paper boy. You have to play the game in order to get to the bottom of it.
I thought I was just a paper boy.
And a terrible one at that.
Gee, you're really good at encouraging your subordinates.
There's a reason why I haven't been able to keep anybody.
You know, where's my money? She ignored my remark.
La la la.
There was something strange, Rika said. I believe she called this place the Isle of Abbot. Does that make sense to you?
The Isle of Abbot? That's just a phrase the old people use. It's an interesting tale.
One that you would tell me right now, right? And not cut off abruptly?
And that's what that hyphen is for. M dash. Did you know this town was once surrounded by miles and miles of water?
This place? Maji kayo. It couldn't be farther from the sea down here. Oh, I see.
Wow, I do appreciate that you use the right furthers every time. That is impressive.
Yeah, but I couldn't get the plural and singular. Right.
You can't have everything. You may have noticed how the village of Abbotsford lies slightly elevated above the surrounding fields.
Because we're better than everyone else. Not really.
Let me show you on the map. This is why the game is called Deluge, isn't it? It's about to rain really heavily, and we're about to be on a murder island.
She browsed the phone for a while, looking through her Instagram, before handing it to me.
Come check out my pics.
See, you made a map. Very cute.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Look, this is the Sitch Marshpolder. Mainland. It's just called Mainland? Are you sure? Google! You can see the town of Abbotsford down there, surrounded by the sprawling farmland of the Marshpolder. However, it didn't always look like this.
How was it land reclamation?
Marshpolder is an artificial island. Oh, that explains the boundary. Constructed during the first half of the 20th century. It was initially conceptualized as a way to meet the rising demand for housing and farmland.
Okay, yeah, that would explain why the shape is so regular.
The lake used to be an inland sea, but they built a great dam in the north, severing its connection to the ocean. These were times of unfettered progress. The national government didn't shy away from major developmental projects. They stamped off a large area of water before proceeding to pump it dry. That's how the stretch of land was formed that would become the marsh polder.
She took back her phone and called up different map.
Yep, that's what I did. Called up different map. This is what it looked like before 1942. As you can see, there's no sign of a marsh polder yet. The lake was still an inland sea. That is a very strange shape for an island, I feel. But okay. And Abbotsford. Oh no, that's It was indeed. A few graveyards around here might still recall the day when the last of the water was pumped out and the homestead was an island no more.
Alright, murmur.
They're really expensive though. That's a huge amount of land.
Yeah. Well, we don't know the scale.
They did call this place a village.
Yeah, maybe it's pretty small.
Anyway, Cricket's second mating season, Eddie?
Wow, yeah, they'd be horny.
Maybe Spengler was right.
Oh.
I don't know, the author of this book.
Yeah. I left the office quietly. Bye.
Ooh.
As I walked back home, my mind explored all the different strategies I could employ to restore my cherished city life. I could stay at my aunt's house until I'll be able to finance a place of my own. That, or I could find a comfortable bridge to sleep under. I was so preoccupied with my thoughts that I didn't notice a familiar figure approaching. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Hello, May.
Oh dear. Hi there. Come to the stones with me. Oh no.
The stones.
Stones.
I leapt back when I realized who it was. Sorry, I'm not allowed to talk to you, bye.
What? Are you joking? Who said that?
That, Quaper girl cornered me after class. I don't know. I don't even know what language this comes from.
Hee hee.
Hee hee ha ha.
Rika, oh, she's just teasing
I
me.
wouldn't trust that.
Please come to stones with me. Nothing bad could happen.
Bye.
But you have a reason to go to the stones. Isn't that where you lost your bag?
My bag? Oh,
Gasp.
gosh. May,
Oh,
you
no.
jerk. I gave pursuit, but she had a sizable head
There
start.
are no real choices in this game. La la la. Neither.
Neither. I chased May along a short country trail which led us to an opening in the trees. In the center stood two massive megaliths, partly buried in the ground. The surroundings seemed well maintained. After May relinquished my bag, I took a few seconds to catch my breath. She appeared to be reveling in mirth.
I'm so glad you found your books again. Please try to be more responsible next time. You see these giant stones? There are many of them scattered across the island. I like to come here whenever I'm sad. They warm me up inside.
Why did you bring me here? That was really rude.
These rocks are radioactive. Run!
She was right. When I placed my hand on one of the rocks, I could feel the Rotgans. So, you feeling sad?
No. To be honest, I come here every night. It's not far from the farm, you know?
She gave me a tour of the archaeological site, leading me around the megaliths at least 3 times. She really likes the rocks. After she confirmed that we had studied the rocks from every possible angle, she drew my attention to a small placard. Help.
Hey, what does that say?
I bent over to look at the text, which appeared perfectly legible to me. I began to read. Swifter Bunt culture. I decided to read on, not questioning her curious display of illiteracy. It says here that these stones were erected by an ancient civilization. They used them as grave mounds and as a place to venerate chthonic deities.
Here we go.
There we go.
Ooh. Please, read more, summon the chthonic deities.
The Swiftebet people lived here between 7,500 and 5,500 years ago, during the early Neolithic. They were an early agrarian society that held livestock, but also resorted to hunting at times. The stones these megaliths were made of aren't native to the region, but were brought here from Scandinavia during the Ice Ages by chthonic deities. That means they were carried here by large sheets of glacial eldritch beings. When the Solid Ice Age ended about 130,000 years ago, the rocks and debris that were caught in the ice stayed behind. May was staring off in the distance, making me fear for a second that she would revert into a mysterious episode again, like on the night after I first met her. But she remained fully aware, eyes still blue. And then she began to speak in tongues.
Oh boy. Isn't that a beautiful thought? When the Swifter Bunt people found these stones, they had been lying here for more than 100,000 years.
Yeah, but the Earth is a giant rock that has been lying there for like 4 billion years, so I don't know, man.
The centuries since then have passed in less than a heartbeat. The heartbeat of a chthonic deity. It makes me so happy to think that these stones will still be standing here in another 100,000 years.
You say it as if you already know.
I do have white eyes, randomly. People will move and kingdoms will fall, but these stones will remain. It will be like nothing has really changed.
I couldn't say it was a reassuring thought, though I welcomed it at the time as I put my own growing problems somewhat into perspective. I don't know, you're a crazy girl that just took your bag and ran off with it. You really should be more pissed about that. These stones will remain here long after I recover from bankruptcy, if you recover from bankruptcy. Long after the burden of my part-time job had herniated my spine.
Did
long
it actually? Okay.
Or a couple of oversized rocks were considered for some reason a major tourist attraction. It's a real small town.
No.
When night fell, I brought May back to her parents' farm. As we walked in silence, I clutched my book bag tightly under my arm. My gaze wandered off into the fields. These endless fields of impervious green that tapered off into nothingness.
Impervious?
And I thought to myself, what a wonderful world.
Okay. Endued
with perfect geometric flatness, as though they had been carefully sleekened out by the troll of an obsessive god.
A god's troll?
Better than a god's, bidet, I guess.
Oh.
What? Oh, my rating with
Two of them are interested in killing you.
Perfect. Part 2. Autumn.
Cool beans.
Bing bong. I woke to the furious ringing of the doorbell. Please stop ringing the doorbell. I hate your sound effects. They're too loud. And it's disturbing my poor headache-ridden brain. Why is Dado not home? Hi?
Are you still ringing?
Stop ringing! I opened the door.
No.
No? Please stop pressing that. I am gonna kill you.
Article, have you done it? I want it at the publishers by tomorrow.
Man, all these people are just treating you like a doormat and you're not doing anything about it. My semi-dormant mind was digging fruitlessly. Okay?
A weekly progress article. Did you write it like I told you to?
At the early hour, I didn't have the presence of mind to throw up a fight. Tomorrow, I promise. Tomorrow.
You better not be late. Never mind that, I just received notice that our cover article has set the city council alight. Figuratively, hopefully. Turns out the farm assault wasn't an isolated incident. Mayor Van Linden had been receiving signals of worker mistreatment throughout the year leading up to the murder, but he failed to act in any meaningful way.
Ah, typical.
Then last year the incident occurred. And now that a police investigation has come up with nothing, council members are beginning to openly question the mayor's efficacy. You realize our publication could cost him his career? How exciting! I love destroying people's lives.
Most of the words flew straight by me, though I remember her eyes burned bright like meteorites on a pale Wednesday morning.
Huh?
Was it Wednesday?
Is today Wednesday?
We should really be getting to school.
Okay.
On our way to school, Ina wouldn't stop lecturing me on the various intricacies of the municipal government. The trip had never felt so long. Jibber, jibber, jibber.
Voices within the mayor's own party are pushing for him to step down. They consider this incident a telltale sign of his continuing incompetence. Going through your life.
It's... if she's a teacher, it's a really strange way that she's speaking to a student.
It is a very weird... People talk a bit weird.
Yeah. Members of his own party? Wouldn't that be counterintuitive? Well, the only counterintuitive thing is the way you talk. You don't talk like you're talking, you talk like you're writing.
Well, it's complicated. Abbott Island Reform, commonly referred to as AIR, is the largest party in the town council. Its electorate consists of farmers and members of the church.
Yeah, she talks like she's writing a GP essay.
But with its size comes inner division. Of the 8 seats the party currently occupies, 4 are held by members that represent the agricultural sector.
Ah, a schism.
They generally come from agrarian families and serve as advocates for the local farms. The other 4 seats, however, are held by the Kuiper faction. These are members of the church, mainly descendants of the original inhabitants of the island. The current leader of the Kuiper faction is John Kuiper, Rika's father.
Whatever happened to the separation of church and state? Ina pressed on, ignoring my remark.
Even though they're in the same party, there's tension between the Kuiper faction and agrarians. Kuiper faction has always tried to implement a strictly isolationist policy for the town, letting in as few outsiders as possible.
As an outsider, should I be worried?
Yes. The agrarians, however, rely on outside labor during harvest season and are generally more welcoming towards newcomers.
Ah, different immigrant policies. What else is new?
The current mayor of Abbotsford is an agrarian, so the Kuiper faction is weaponizing this incident in order to strengthen their position within the party. AIR has always exerted undisputed influence over the town's administrative affairs. You can tell their power has never been contested by an actual free press. I believe there's much more to be uncovered on this matter. Stay tuned as this story develops romantically.
Suddenly, I was wide awake. Okay.
We'll see.
We arrived at school early.
This has got to be some kind of sexual harassment, right?
Yeah, a teacher telling a student to date another student?
Is this a teacher? I'm going to head up to the office to change in that terrible uniform. I'll see you in class.
She has an office, though.
Is that her office? Or is it just like... I don't know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She began to speak in a hushed voice. Alright, hushed voice. Prepare.
Look who's here, of all people. There, go talk to her.
And with these words, she slid into a nearby entranceway. I mean, if she's not a teacher, it's strange the amount of influence she has over you. Or maybe you're just a massive doormat.
That's also possible. Hey, what a pleasant surprise. I hope you've been settling in nicely.
I see you're part of the early bird club. Ha ha ha.
Practice with the swimming team on Wednesday mornings. There's a big championship coming up soon.
Team, huh?
Swimming, huh? Water activities.
Water and long black hair. A good mix.
I'm so glad you're getting involved in the school paper. Personally, I don't really read it, but my father was absolutely lyrical about that cover piece you ran in the last issue.
Yes, please keep writing articles that make my father look good.
He can't stop gushing about how much student journalism has improved over the last year.
So, she is a student then? Oh. Ha 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 ha. All credit goes to Ina. I just see to a timely delivery.
Timely? Well, you see your paper's an asset to the town. Come on, there's time left before classes start. Let's take a walk over the school grounds. We paid for the full pack of school images.
Yeah, and you're just like playing some random ass classical music now.
So you know this place used to be an island, right?
Hi.
You say that you nodded? In the early 1800s, it was home to a community of about 400 fishing families. Life was tough, but they made an honest living. Hey. Periodically, storms raged through Alabay. The islanders protected Abbott against the water by erecting long barriers built out of wooden poles.
And strengthened by the power of the chthonic gods.
But during storms, the barriers suffered, and the islander would have to rely on donations from the mainland to restore them.
Donations in what form?
In 1858, a highly turbulent year weather-wise, the Elizabeth flood swept over the Low Countries, leaving a wake of annihilation behind.
Who speaks like that? Come on.
Part of Abbott's fishing fleet was destroyed, most of the barrier washed away. Not much later, the government announced the full evacuation of the island.
Of island?
Of island, yeah. Yep. The inhabitants were to be rehoused on the mainland.
So for your reading, you're gonna proofread it, right? You're gonna like put it into Grammarly and make sure your grammar is good.
No way. Grammarly costs money. They said it was due to the increasing threat of storms and the infeasible costs of restoring the wooden barrier. However, some suspect that persistent poverty and inbreeding on Abbott played an equally important role in the decision to evacuate.
So in the end, the island was left deserted.
Really? A group of 200 islanders stayed behind, all hardline members of a small reformatory congregation.
How do you remember all these specific numbers? Jeez.
The Church of Abbott had recently been ejected from the mainstream branch of Low Country Protestantism. Excommunicado! These were troubled times, theologically speaking, and church schisms were a common occurrence. What do you even have to disagree about? Anyway, the seated congregation vowed to remain on the island, and the government did nothing to stop them. For close to a century, they lived isolated lives with very little contact with the outside world. Until reclamation of the marsh polder began. In the 1940s, Abbott suddenly found itself floating on a sea of fertile soil. Farmers from the mainland migrated here to cultivate the fields. But the original inhabitants of Abbotsford, descendants of the islanders who had seceded in 1858, observed the influx of newcomers with sorrow in their eyes.
This could all be narration, man.
This is my Bible study, okay? There has always been tension between the two groups. The farmers work hard, but they're blind to our heritage.
That's a grave expression.
Yep, very grave, super grave. Islanders are honest people. They never cover up a crime.
By the time we made it up the stairs, classes had already started. Turn.
So, wanna ask me out on a date? You know what's interesting? After the Elizabeth flood, Abbott was never struck by a storm again.
So the entire evacuation had been for nothing.
You could say so. Some of the more self-righteous members of our congregation speculate that the floods were punishment by a higher power. And there was no more need for them after all subversive elements had been extracted from the community. The kingdom of heaven is like a net cast into the sea that gathered fish of every kind. Especially Cthulhu. When it was full, the fishermen hauled it ashore. Then they sat down and gathered the good fish into vessels, but cast the bad away.
Yeah,
anyway, I have to go to class now. I absolutely love talking to you.
Yeah, you were just like preaching, honestly.
Also, I was wondering,
if
would you like to go on a date?
Yeah, a date.
Would you mind going out for dinner this Saturday evening? My parents are attending a wedding, and I'd hate to eat alone.
Oh, this reminds me of mine.
Like a lonely loser at a wedding.
A hint of anxiety in her voice because she doesn't eat alone, unlike me.
Will you join me?
Dodge the questions.
I know a good one. It's run by people from our church.
I was struck by the candor of a sudden proposal. So struck that, your choices do not matter.
You had no choice.
Oh, whatever should I do? Oh, you even used the word. Then it's a date.
Wow.
See you next Saturday.
Well, I didn't say it was a date.
Yeah, hey, come on.
I didn't.
It's just dinner, okay?
You guys are all the same.
Yeah, all you're interested in is dinner. Ina pulled me aside, and she seemed nervous.
So? You score
Shake.
a date or what? What do you manage to get out of Rika?
I didn't get anything out of Rika.
You got a date?
Well, maybe you should get your head up your ass.
You didn't?
I would have hated to admit I landed a date.
Tell me what you guys discussed.
It's confidential, okay? Though I said vivid recollections of Rika's coiling hair, I had to admit the details of our conversation this morning had long since faded to the back of my mind. I am a horny teenager after all. We talked about the town for a bit.
And?
I thought for a second. She said the Isle of Abbott was evacuated in the 19th century due to inbreeding. You kind of focus on the bad parts here, but doesn't make sense to you.
Sure, they were ravaged by storms at the time. Only a small community remained, including the Kuiper family.
So Rika's admitting she's the product of inbreeding. Well, then I don't think she told me anything of interest.
They should be the judge of that.
An awkward silence lingered. The newsroom was a mess. Every inch of floor space was filled up with boxes, newspaper clippings, scattered clothing. So, Ina, I was wondering, can I quit? When will you introduce me to the other editors on the staff, if they exist?
Other editors. They definitely exist. It's not a school paper.
I never said it was.
We have got other editors, but they mostly WFH. It's not like I write everything myself.
It appeared that I had hit a nerve, and I began to regret my line of questioning. Yeah, I have other editors, you just go to different schools. I dug through my memory for something that would cheer her up. What, this bothers you? Really?
Well, what is...
After all she's dragging you through. You know what? There was something strange that Rika told me this morning.
What?
Something about a church schism just before the island was evacuated. She was a little vague on the matter. As expected, Ina appeared unnaturally interested.
A schism, you say, in the Church of Abbott?
Rika said it was the reason some of the islanders stayed behind. Ina had begun browsing her phone while a soft murmur trickled from her lips.
Swipe left, swipe left. A church schism? That seems highly unlikely. If only...
Swipe left, swipe left.
There, I found something. It's called Theological Inquiries into the Congregation of the Church of Abbott.
Is it relevant?
Swipe left. I'm not sure, it could be. Of course, were a big deal in the Reformed Church at the time. They could point towards corruption or severe theological divergencies. Divergencies, I say.
Divergencies.
The thing is, the Church of Abbott and the Kuiper family have always held a pivotal position of power in this town.
It's like they wrote an essay, but to make it conversational, they add in filler words like "the thing is," but the content is still very much like an essay.
Any dirt on them, old or new, will surely cause a stir, much more than any aberrant migration pattern of insects ever will.
She speaks like she watches Rick and Morty and thinks that it makes us smarter.
I don't think anybody in Rick and Morty really talks like this either.
She's back to swiping left.
There it is. They have a copy in the Municipal Archive of Bremersburg. That's less than 20 minutes away by train. We'll go there on Friday.
You'll go there on Friday. On Friday, don't we have school?
Oh, but this is much more important than school. Honestly, why are we even in a school setting for this weekend? I don't know. And besides, we get a lot of time off for mandatory club.
I'm in the club. As we headed downstairs, I noticed she was trembling with excitement.
Yeah, playing hooky on Friday. Let's head over to my house for now. I want to run some ideas by you.
I wasn't in the mood to protest, but you were in the mood to go to her house? That seems like a bigger problem than protesting. How much of a doormat are you?
You're a VM protagonist.
A well-kept, almost sterile appearance to it. I like those condiments. Those are nice condiments. And notice a hint of condiment in her eyes.
What?
After frying. Oh, you didn't even bother writing dialogue for this. You just summarized dialogue and narrative.
Is this important?
She's in Vienna.
Mhm.
Again, instead of going through a dialogue, you're just summarizing it in a narrative. Why?
Maybe because it's not actually important. So this is my room.
But the part about her room is important.
Yep. It's a girl's room. I hate it though. Empty houses give me the creep.
Yeah, you know it's a girl's room because it's pink.
And also it's a picture of I don't know, Abe Lincoln. That's why I'm usually in the office. Why is there a photo of a pair of sunglasses on a book?
That's what girls have in your room. Don't you have that, huh?
No.
Then you ain't a girl.
Yes. I'm reading Oswald Spengler at the moment. Untergang des Abendlandes. I haven't made it past the second chapter, despite what it might look like in the image.
She folded it to open a page that she's marked with a slip of paper. Good thing she didn't dog-ear the page.
That'd be bad. A boundless mass of human being, flowing in a stream without banks, upstream, a dark past wherein our time sense loses all powers of definition, and restless or uneasy fancy conjures up geological periods to hide away an eternally unsolvable riddle. And I'm still not done talking yet. Downstream, a future even so dark and timeless, such is the groundwork of the Faustian picture of human history.
Man.
The fuck?
She closed the book and handed it to me.
Don't give me that thing!
Ew.
Modern man's yearning for infinite progress is Faustian in nature. Burned by his endless aspirations, humanity involuntarily seals its own fate. We have left an unnatural state far behind. We couldn't return even if we wanted to. Being has been altered irredeemably.
Yes, milady.
I say. I'm sorry I dragged you down here. Into the depths of my insanity. I know you're not really interested in his newspaper. Wow, I gave it away.
You're just here because you're a doormat.
It's just I talk in myself if I don't have someone else to talk to. Whenever I'm catching on to something great.
Ah, poor York.
It drives me insane. I knew it! I am insane.
No, I don't want to give you a reassuring nudge. I want to get out of here. What are you doing, VM protagonist? I guess you know my predicament. I cannot resist a hot girl.
You know, I have a feeling this church piece is going to be big. Bigger than anything we've ever done before. We're gonna make it a nationals. Bigger than a Stanford House affair. Whatever that was.
What's that? Sandolfo? It was out before I realized what I was doing.
Didn't I tell you? Our expose on the Stanford House affair was our finest hour. The scoop that truly put the Sunday Abbot on the map.
Yes, but what is the affair?
It was around this time last year when the Evening Mirror, a smutty tabloid, published a series of compromising photographs of an influential Abbotsford politician.
Oh yeah.
The photos were taken inside a notorious Bremersburg cabaret club where he was being courted by an dancing girl.
You can say stripper, it's alright.
The politician in question is named Leopold Marquis of Abbott, to be precise, a member of the nobility. He still holds a seat in Abbotsford City Council. Now, Leopold hails from an old lineage of lords of the Isle. He has quite a reputation as a party animal, and for that reason the incident initially blew over without much ado. But 4 months later, we received an anonymous package at the office. It was another set of photographs. placing Marquis Leopold at a lavish party inside Sanford House, one of the oldest mansions in Abbotsford. So this your finest hour wasn't even like due to your own journalism. Someone just gave you
just
there were more
handed it
girls
to you.
present during this occasion, and the Marquis appeared to be fully inebriated. You just say he's drunk. Yeah, no.
Look, she has
source.
500 IQ.
Yes. I guess you might be inebriated by drugs as well. Sources explained that Marquis Leopold had been carrying classified documents with him on the night he attended Sanford House. But after the hedonistic party, there was a hedonistic party, the source wrote his briefcase and the documents it contained were nowhere to be found. Yes. He ran an absolute bombshell in the article. Apparently, the Marquis had indeed lost the classified policy papers on that fateful night. And to make matters worse, he hadn't notified the council of the disappearance. It became a lot harder to forgive the Marquis's decadent escapades when the political integrity of the community was in jeopardy. High Perfection initiated a charge declaring that the Marquis's conduct was unworthy of a Christian political party.
This is a Christian
Kosher.
Yeah, but political documents? No way, man.
They had a field day with the whole affair.
So did Leopold lose his seat over this?
I mean, he didn't. I told you that he's still on there. He's an elected official, after all, and is therefore protected by the Constitution. However, his position within AIR has become precarious since the affair.
Constitution, you say?
I doubt he'll return after the elections.
She stopped abruptly, looking down, then up at me again.
I'm probably boring you.
Yes.
It's okay, you should be on your way home.
Wow. Just brought me here, rambled, and then kicked me out.
I'm gonna read some more Spengler before
and then
bed.
flexing on her Spengler.
Yeah. Okay. Is this a good place to stop?
I think it is.
Possibly forever.
Possibly forever.